Feeling so amazing and grateful and full of joy in life today. Yes, baby. So, I want to talk about how I familiarized success in my nervous system and nothing has been the same. So, first, shout out to Body Talk. I'm going to shout out Body Talk because, well, shout out to Shayna. Well, she's the founder of Body Talk. But I started that program. Well, let me tell you the story about Body Talk. So I got into yo. Samaya, you ran into me. You ran into me. Yeah, nah. So I got into Body Talk, which is a program. The way that I came across, well, let me start even before there, and then I'm going to talk to you about how you can familiarize success and about how I've taken her frame, like a lot of what I learned through her framework and just through so many amazing spiritual facilitators and psychological, not but like psychology experts and um just like my own perspective and expertise in how I created the beyond, right? Because this is where the beyond came from, was from her, like from being in Body Talk, and then also from ex- my experience in manifestation, like being in the manifestation world, and then also non-duality. So I was able to bridge all three of those together. I was able to bridge together somatic work with manifestation with non-duality, and that's how the beyond came about. But it's about going beyond your self-imposed limitations. And before, I used to say that on my videos. I mean, I still do. I'm Beyond Taylor, and I'm here to help you go beyond your self-imposed limitations. But now I have a system. I have a system that actually will help you do that. So, backstory. So I'm very self-aware, and I know that you are very self-aware. Like, you could tell me everything that's wrong with you, when it happened, why it happened, who did it, why you are the way that you are. Just comment yes if that's you. If I'm describing you to a T, just say yes. Just say yes. I'm very self-aware. I know what's going on with me. I know it. Like, just say yes. So I know that we are on the same page. I wish I could see like the people that were coming in. It doesn't tell me. I just see like the number of viewers, but I can't see like who's coming in. I wonder if there's a way to say that so I can be like, hi, hi, so and so. Okay, I'm just playing with stuff at this point. I don't want to do that. Okay, yes, okay, I got a yes. A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel. What in the world is happening? Okay, I'm just touching stuff. Let me stop touching stuff. So, very self-aware, and that's where I was. I was very self-aware. I knew my patterns. I knew what was going on, but I still, as much as I wanted to change them, I was like visualizing every day. And visualizing helped, like visualizing, like reprogramming my subconscious mind, scripting, showing up and doing the work. Because one thing about it is I'm a hard worker. Like, I am very disciplined. I'm very consistent. I have no problem doing the work. That's never been the issue. The issue was never doing the work. The issue was always like the follow through, the staying with it. So, and that was even the case when it came to like manifestation. So I'm reprogramming my subconscious mind. I am visualizing, scripting, and things are changing. Things are happening, right? I did that with my YouTube following. I was like scripting every day, and I was like, I have 10,000 subscribers. I have 10,000, or I mean, I was visualizing it. I would see my brother congratulating me, even though I haven't hit like the 10K. But like that's not that important to me. But it was just the fact that like from that, I saw things starting to move and shift, and then this is where the issue came from. Because like I said, so like when I was like, even with the YouTube, when I was visualizing, like I got 10K subscribers, things started happening really fast. I think like after I was visualizing and I embodied being like the version of myself I was speaking, living from the end, when my YouTube started popping off, for me, it was popping off, right? I was getting like, I remember I had 300 views on a video and I was like, I'm popping off. I taught, not thought, to familiarize with the sex, just saying to avoid misunderstanding. Oh man, let me change that. Because I don't even think I can correct that now that I'm on the live. Hi. Thank you, though, Ardente. I'm going to have to fix that once I get off the live. Because I don't even think I can correct that while I'm on here. Oh, retouch. No, baby. I don't need no retouch. Let me see if I can do that. I can start a poll. I don't know what this is. I'm just like playing with all these little filters. I mean, playing with all these little things. Okay. But somebody get your butt down. So I taught, not thought. I thought too familiar. Okay. So yeah, very like things were happening for me very quickly. And then when things would happen quickly, I would retreat. Like the very things that I said I wanted, as they started to come in, I would start panicking because it was just too overwhelming for me. Like it would get very overwhelming for me. So like things are changing, things are happening. I remember even like before that, when I first got into manifestation and I was in sober living, I had moved to Colorado. I'm from Illinois. And I knew I didn't, like I went to rehab in Florida. And once I left rehab, I did not want to go back to Chicago because I'm like, I don't want to go back to like where my past is, you know. Like I want to be able to put myself into a new environment so I don't go back into old patterns. Also high enthusiastic. So I went to Colorado. I didn't know anybody. I didn't really have a plan. I just went there. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to sober living. And when I went out there, my credit was messed up. I was super in debt. And I had a year before I had went to rehab, I had got evicted from my place. So I had like an eviction on my record. So it was hard for me to get a place. I just like had all these things going on, right? I'm in sober living. But I came across the teachings. I came across Neville Goddard. I started to apply the teachings. I just believed him. I listened and I related to his experiences and I believed. And I got so consistent with like visualizing every single day and like seeing myself in the success. And I remember I had created this group. It was me and like 4 other people in this group. It was my best friend, this guy that I met on Instagram. No, it was 3 other people. It was my best friend, the guy I met on Instagram, and this other girl who coincidentally lived in Colorado, which is, now that I think about it, that is so crazy. But I created this group and I was just like, we should have like an accountability group because I do really well with accountability. So I was like, we should have an accountability group. What are our goals? Like, let's talk about our goals. And I was like, let's live in the end because I had just came across Neville Goddard and he was talking about, you know, affirming together, like affirming with people that you know. And so I created this group and I was like, let's live in the end together, you know. So my 3 goals were, because I was in this sober living, I wanted to get my own place. So my goals were at the time to get $5,000, to get my own apartment, and to, I don't remember the last one. I can't say I remember the last one, but I know it was get my own apartment and get $5,000 because I wanted to move out of that sober living. I was over it. I was over the sober living. You know, they was just like on my back all the time. I had to do a breathalyzer every night, every morning. I had to do drug tests 3 days a week. They had to know my location. I just felt very suffocated in that space. So I was just ready to leave. I was over it. I was ready to leave. I wanted to get my own place. But I had all this stuff on my record. I had an eviction. I didn't have any money. I was working a job making, I think I was making like $15 an hour. I was working at like this school cafeteria. So it's like I can't even afford to live on my own right now. But I lived in the end. So I was in the group and I was like, let's talk to each other as if we're in the end, you know? So we would be messaging each other back and forth as if our dreams was our reality. So I say all this to say, I'll speed up the story. I think within a month, this person had started wiring me money. Like, first he gave me $2,000. Like, at first he was giving me like $2,000 in increments. He was just giving me $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. It was a guy that I actually went to rehab with. I mean, well, it wasn't like, it was $2,000, then it was $1,000, then it was like $800. It wasn't like $2,000, $2,000. It's like $2,000, then $1,000, and like $800. And then when I moved, he gave me another like $1,000. So That was the $5,000. It came in that way. I didn't know where that $5,000 was going to come from. It came through this guy who I was in rehab with. I never did that through him. People always assume that, you know, I have some type of relationship with this man. I never had a relationship with this man. I just met him in rehab, and I just kept in contact with him. Thank you. I kept in contact with him, and that's just how it works out. Like when you're working with the law, that people are going to take their positions. People are going to play their parts. You don't know. And I really got out of this mindset of like needing to know how it was going to work out. How it's going to work out is none of my business. And I still say it to this day. How it's going to work out is none of my business. Ain't none of my business. Ain't none of my business. It ain't none of my, none of my business. So that worked out. And then because of that, I was able to pay off my eviction. I was able to pay off so much debt, move. I had enough money to do all of that. And then I ended up landing a job at Amazon. Sure, it was Amazon, but it was enough for me to like get an apartment with that, because I started making, I think I was making like $20 an hour at Amazon. So I was able to like pay for my rent, get an apartment, and it all worked out. And then from there, like the momentum kept going. Like it worked out with that. And then I was able to build up my following on like TikTok, and things were just, when I tell you it was like on the up and up. I found the law. My life was on the up and up. And that lasted for like 5 months. And then I found myself right back in addiction because it was so overwhelming. Like as soon as I got my own place, I was so overwhelmed by all of the changes. They were happening too quickly. I could not stabilize it. I could not. It was just not stabilized within me. It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming to my system. Too many changes too quickly that I started to self-protect. People will say self-sabotage. I say self-protect. I went into full self-protection mode. I started to go back into my patterns and my behaviors that have always served me. And that is what, became, that was my pattern. My pattern was playing out. So even though I had the very things that I was calling for, even though things were changing for me rapidly, I was not happy. That was another thing. I was like low-key still kind of miserable. I was still chasing something. I was still like, is this it? I thought I was going to be happy. Like I was chasing the next goal. I was just always after the next thing. So I was like, okay, this can't be it. And then, I just went back into patterns that did not serve me. So fast forward, I'm trying to build a business, right? Because that was always my goal, to build a business. I wanted to have my own spirit. Like I always wanted to be a life coach. And I'm actually going to share maybe in like my next video or 2 videos or in a newsletter, I'm going to share a post that I made when I was like 19. I was like 18 or 19. And I created something and I said, I love fitness. I love helping people. And I love motivating people. So I was like, I want to become a motivational coach. I want to become a fitness trainer. And I want to become a life coach. Like that was my dreams at 18, 19 years old. So it's so beautiful to see it come into fruition now. I'm not a fitness coach. It's not something that I desire, but I still love fitness. I still work out. But like I get to be a motivational speaker per se through, the online space. Shout out to the online digital space and learning how to build a community. And I've been in business for the past year, consistently making money, consistently earning income. So like that dream came true, but it took so long for it to happen because my body was not on board. Because no matter how much I was doing, I was meditating, I was reprogramming my subconscious mind. Samaya, can you just get her out, please? I was reprogramming my subconscious mind, and still, when success would come, I was bracing myself for it not to work out. And not to say that that's completely away, but I have tools to familiarize myself with the success that I want. Right? So that my body doesn't brace and go into panic and revert to its old patterns. It can stay in the discomfort long enough for me to create enough space to see opportunities where I saw obstacles, for me to see that things are actually working out where I felt like they weren't. And when I felt like things weren't working out, I would just retreat and be like, oh, well, forget it. Where now, because I've created space, because I familiarized my body with success and not thinking that success only feels good, but success is the full spectrum of everything. That real success is you gotta experience the opposite of it in order to experience the heights of success. So like teaching myself to like stay in the success. Yes, you said yes, I love young bruh. Somebody, you have food. You didn't want to eat. Don't come over here in my space. Trying to eat my food. No. So, going back to body talk. So, I'm not going to give my whole full long story, but I ended up in body talk because I got serious about my business again. Once I had my daughter, I said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm about to have a baby. I want her to know that success is inevitable. I want her to see her mom living, like doing the things that she says she's going to do. Samaya, you don't want that. You had oatmeal. You didn't eat it. So I don't know why you're in my face now wanting my oatmeal. That's crazy. You better calm your butt down. Go play. So yeah, this was the year I said, this is the year everything changes. So I got back in my practices because visualization works. Reprogramming the subconscious works. I started reprogramming my subconscious mind for success. And guess what? I started popping off because that's what happens when you reprogram the subconscious mind. But then my body started bracing for the panic again. So I said, okay, I need something because this is not working. I'm tired of getting the things that I want and pushing them away because it feels overwhelming or because I'm not familiarized with it. I came across this person, Shayna Raskin. She had this video. And first of all, she was speaking my language because she's like, oh, how I make 50K a month, you know? And I'm like, yes, I'm in the world of business. I want to learn how to make an obscene amount of wealth, right? I don't want to just make, you know, a few $100s here and there as I was doing in my business for years. I want to make I said obscene. I think I was trying to say insane and obscene. But I want to make an insane amount of wealth, right? I want to make generational wealth. I want to, and I want to do it doing my life's work. So I saw her talking about, you know, nervous system work and somatic work and talking about it in relation to wealth, in relation to making money in your business. And I was hooked, child. I was hooked. So I signed up for one of her programs. I said, this is different. I never seen anything like this. This is different. And I went through, I think I like signed up for her membership. And I think I only did a month because it was weird to me. It was so weird. Like she had me doing all these practices and I was like, I ain't with this. I was like, I'm not with this. It was just really weird. But what I noticed was something magical did start to happen. I noticed that my patterns started to change. Like real life started to shift. When things were happening for me, I was less prone to go into my self-sabotage patterns. And I was learning how to stay in the discomfort. So like mentally, I didn't know what these practices were doing to me, but this went beyond the mental. It like past my conscious mind and it was entering my subconscious, which I like to say the subconscious is very closely related to the nervous system. So this work was going past my subconscious. I didn't understand it. And I will even admit to this day, I can articulate and I do my best to articulate it, you know, in my content and I integrated into my own teachings, but I still don't know what's happening, but I know that it's working. Like all I can tell you is it's working. It's weird. It's weird. I mean, because I'm not used to it, but what you're doing is you are facilitating conversations with like the repressed parts of you, with the parts of you that have not been able to come to the light. And you're facilitating these conversations. And it feels a little bit like performance at first. It feels a little bit like what is happening. But something powerful is going on behind the scenes because it's passing the conscious mind. So after I did that, I left her world for a long time. I was like trying to white knuckle my way through the business. And I mean, I was doing it. I had got past a lot of my patterns. Hi, Bukak. Sorry if I'm not saying Bapak. I got past a lot of my patterns, right? Things were, I was holding my success. It was working. So I knew I wanted to come back into her programs. I said, when the time is right, I'm gonna, you know, go back into her programs. But I kept telling myself like the time is not right now. The time is not right. I'm working with a coach because I started working with a coach to just build the foundations of my business. At the point, that was what was important. But I got back into her programs, I want to say It was right before we left the States. So it was in, what is it? It's September. I don't know why I keep thinking it's October. It's September. So we left the States in July. I had signed up for one of her programs in June. She was doing this thing called the experiment. Was it June? No, it was July. It was actually when we were already here. We were already here. And I signed up for one of her programs. It was called Experiment. And it's a 30-day experiment to break through your wealth glass ceiling. And doing it, I realized that I was doing the practices. Things were changing. Hi, the Beauty Alchemist. It's good to see you. As I was doing it, well, why would you put my bowl right there? You know she's gonna get to my bowl. As I was doing these practices, I couldn't stay consistent with it because it was just a lot going on. We were moving. I could not stay consistent with the practices, but I knew I was gonna want to come back to them. So I signed up for her year membership. Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back to the practices when I have the time. And long story short, I've been consistent now with it for 18 days. And when I tell you consistently doing these practices, paired in with my own practices, paired in with just everything that I've learned, tied into a bow, doing the beyond, I've broken through my wealth glass ceiling. And it's not even about the numbers, even though I am on track to having my highest, I wouldn't say my highest cash month, but up there to my highest cash month. I mean, it's still the beginning of the month, and I am open to things changing rapidly in my favor. To things changing rapidly in my favor, to things working out rapidly in my favor. I am open to all the ways and all the possibilities that the universe wants to surprise me. I am available for the quantum leap. And not only am I available for the quantum leap, I am familiarized with the quantum leap. I have experienced it not just mentally through visualization. My body has experienced the quantum leap. My body has experienced what comes with the quantum leap. I've not only experienced the highs, I've taught my body how to stay grounded in the lows of success. And that's what that program has did for me. So I have an insane invitation for you. If you are like, yo, I'm interested in what she's talking about with this body talk stuff, you can sign up through my link down below. And if you sign up, because I want to light a fire under you, right? I have 2 sales going on right now in my world. I have 2 sales going on. So if you sign up for Body Talk with my link, because I partnered up with Body Talk. I'm an affiliate because I believe in it so much. I never promote anybody else's stuff. But because I believe in this so much, and because of what it's done for me in only 14 days, I mean, I did it almost a year ago and it changed my life, but then it was too weird. I couldn't stay with it. But once it had time to like marinate and I was able to integrate it and I was able to like, and I feel like because I hadn't been in business long enough, she talks a lot about business. So if you are an entrepreneur, a creative, a visionary, this is definitely for you. Because I also feel like a lot of it I wasn't able to relate to. I just still had so much going on. But because I did the groundwork of like building my business, of showing up for myself, this was just like the cherry on top. So if that's what you're looking for, then Body Talk is the space for you. And if you sign up for a year, you have to sign up for a year. You can't do monthly. If you sign up for a year under my link, you will receive 4 calls with me. Because she doesn't do coaching in the program. It's just a membership full of like a whole bunch of courses and a whole bunch of practices for you to do. But I'll do the coaching with you, especially so that, because if you do coaching with me, I've already been doing this for the past year. I've been in business for the past year, but then I've also been doing the somatic work, not that specifically, but somatic work on my own for the past year. We're gonna speed up your results. So you're gonna have results much quicker than I did. If you sign up for my link, then we'll have 4 calls to really lock it in for you. And you'll have access to a full year of the Body Talk. So I'll make sure that I'll put that link down below because I don't know how to. For some reason, when I'm on mobile, I can't add anything, which is ridiculous. I don't know why I can't do that. But once I post this live, then I will add the link in the description so you can sign up using my link. You got to sign up using my link. When you sign up using my link, you will get 4 calls with me and a full year in Body Talk. And then also, I have another sale going on if you want to be like, if you're just getting started, you want to build your business, you're not 100% sure how to build your business, or you are building your business, but you haven't been making the coins, my love. Then sign up for my 1-to-1. We can help you build clarity. I keep you accountable. It's 12 weeks, 12 sessions, for 1 hour a week. And I have a sale for that because I just woke up and I was just filled with so much love and abundance. And I was like, my cup is so full that I just want to run a sale just because. Like, let me just run a sale because it's just fun to like do things like that. So I have a sale right now for my services for 101 for 3 months. For 3 months, 101, to help you gain clarity on where you're going in your creative business, to learn the foundations of a business. Because like for me, if you're like me, I didn't know how to run a business until I got a business coach. And then I was like, oh, this is how you do it. So like, having a business coach is just going to help you do that because you're just going to learn from the way that I do things. So if that, and then also just the expertise that I'm going to be able to share with you around building the business, all of that goes into having a creative, healing, visionary, like that. You are that, and you're learning to run a business, and you want to just make your first 5K, baby. I can help you do that. I'm on the road to hit 5K this month, and I can help you hit 5K, or at least set up the foundations to learn how to hit 5K. Because just wishing it, yes, like I said, I was able to manifest it. But for me to consistently make that type of money, it comes from learning skills, and then learning how to trade those skills, right, for money. Like that's where it comes from. So if that's something that you are interested in, then I also have the link down below with the sale, and it's because I said until Sunday, and I mean Sunday my time. So the sale is going to be over because today is Saturday. In my time, I'm in Malaysia. It's Saturday at 9:33 a.m. So you have a little bit over 24 hours because Sunday midnight, this will go away. Right now, it's $2,000 pay in full for 3 months, or $2,500 for 3 months payment plan. So $833. I just signed a client this morning. Shout out to Keisha. Keisha, if you're here, I'm so excited for us to start. I'm just excited. So Keisha just signed up. My other client, I thought we were gonna go, but she's gonna sign up through Body Talk. So she's signing up through Body Talk, and then we're gonna do 4 weeks together. She's gonna be able to experience Body Talk. We've been working together for about 4 months now. We've been working together for about 4 months. But she's signing up through that. And then I have another one. Shout out to Crystal. Let me go check and see if Crystal has responded, because me and Crystal, we had a talk yesterday. So that could be 2 spots gone. But I will say it's 2 spots still open, just because I'm not going to count it until payment has been sent. So Keisha has invested. The payment went through. Let's see if Crystal has yet. Because if Crystal has, then we have 1 spot remaining. But if not, then we still have 2 spots remaining. Your spot is not locked in until the coins come through. So Crystal has not responded yet. So we're going to keep that spot open. But I have someone, I'm 100% sure she's going to. She just hasn't yet. So let's just say we have 1 spot open. But because she hasn't paid, we have 2 spots open. Still at the $2,500. Or you can sign up for Body Talk through the 11/11, and you still get 4 sessions with me, and you get a full year in Body Talk. These are insane offers, like insane offers that I feel so generous. I feel so giving in this time to be able to do this. So all the links will be down below, and then you can start to have so much fun selling. I feel like the biggest block that so many creatives have, artists have, especially my spiritual women have, is not confidently selling the things that they care about, feeling too salesy, feeling too icky when it comes to selling. And I had that, and I know what it's like to feel that way, and I've worked myself out of it. I've taught my body how to familiarize success, like to become very familiar with success, where selling is literally service, because there's no other option. Because I'm so passionate about what I do, there's no other option but for me to come on here and consistently invite you guys into my offers. I also have a free community. You can sign up for my free community. Like there's so many spaces for you to plug in and play in order to experience this shift. right? So I'm gonna continue to show up. I'm gonna continue to sell my heart out. I'm gonna continue to invite you in my offers because I know that all it takes is one shift for your life, for your entire life to be different. That's all it takes. One belief shift. All it takes is one practice to liberate you. All it takes is one perspective shift for you to for you to be waking up out of bed, excited to get up, excited for what the day is bringing. Hi, Tawana. How are you? Oh man, I'm about to hop off too. Yes, but for you to just be so excited in this life that I've created for myself, this life, like I'm just so in love, so in love. Hi, Mr. Posen. Yay. Where in Malaysia are you? I'm just so in love. Like, I have no complaints. I'm no longer fighting with life. I'm no longer resisting life. Whatever comes my way, I go, it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. And I'm not only just telling myself that, like, oh, it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. And then I'm like freaking out about it. I have tools to be able to stay grounded when my body is going, I don't like the way that it is. Though I know you're saying this is exactly the way it's supposed to be, but I don't like the way it is. Thank you, thank you. So this has been just mind blowing for me. You know, last night I was so upset because I wanted to ride my hair, and I had brought the rods from back home, and I rotted my hair right before we left to Malaysia. So I know I have enough rods. So I'm like, why am I not able to ride my hair right now? But now that I'm thinking about it, I think that I was doing like multiple strands on one rod, because I'm just like, why do I not have enough rods? I know when I did this the first time I had enough rods, but I had this much left before I realized I didn't have enough rods. And I had already spent like an hour and a half doing my hair. And it was like 1 a.m. I was tired, and I was like, damn, like I was so upset. And I got into bed, and my boyfriend, he's like, what's wrong? And I was just, nothing. But I was so upset. I was so down about that. But then, and my boyfriend was like, well, but what can you do about it? And it wasn't that question like, okay, but what can you do about it? It was like, I could tell it was coming from like a deeply like compassionate place of like, but what can you do about it? Like you're suffering, you're choosing to suffer in this moment when you don't have to. Like it happened, it's gone. Like let's move forward. And I'm just like, you know what, you're right. And I also came across, shout out to Byron Katie. Who here knows who Byron Katie is? Anybody know who Byron Katie is? So Byron Katie has this process. It's called the work, and it's 4 questions. You ask these 4 questions to start to question your beliefs, because we are never suffering because of the experience. Oh, she's a spiritual teacher, and she came up with this method called the work. So it's 4 questions that you ask yourself to question your beliefs, because we are never suffering for the reason that we are never suffering because of what's happening in reality. We suffer because we can't let go of the story that we have about what's happening. So I wasn't suffering because I couldn't finish doing my hair. Like, it's no big deal. I took the rods out. I went to bed. I was suffering because of the story that it meant. Now I can't do my hair. Now I'm, I had this ideal that I was going to like do my hair, and I was going to put on this pretty dress, and I was going to take pictures. And now all of that is gone. So this is why I'm suffering. I'm suffering because of a future that's not going to happen, because I projected this future, and now it's no longer going to happen. So now I'm suffering, and I'm suffering because of this thought. But in this moment, and I was laying in the bed, even before he asked me this, I didn't tell him because I love the fact that he asked me the question about doing the work. That's my favorite burger from Smash Burger. Okay, Frankie. So that's cool. I love that for you. So even before he asked me that, I had started to do the work as I was laying in bed, because I knew that I was creating my own suffering. So I said, I need to question these thoughts, because I'm not. There's nothing wrong with this moment. I'm in great health. I'm laying next to the love of my life. I have an amazing, beautiful family. I'm in Malaysia. Like there's so much to be grateful for. I am in great health. I have amazing clients. I love my work. And I am suffering because I couldn't finish doing my hair. But it was real pain. Like I was really in pain, So I said, okay, I'm not gonna like bypass and say, oh, I should feel better. I'm gonna question these beliefs. So like in that moment, I could either do the beyond, which the beyond involves doing an action, and I'm already in bed. So I said, okay, nope, not the beyond. I'm gonna go into the work. So this is the work. It's 4 questions. The first question you ask, is it true? Whatever the belief is that's causing the stress, the stressful belief, the stressful thought, you ask, is it true? So the belief that I had was I couldn't finish doing my hair. I couldn't finish doing my hair, so I'm sad. Is it true? Yes, it's true. I couldn't finish doing my hair and I am sad. So yes, it is true. So then the second question you ask, is it absolutely true? Like, are you 100% certain that it's true that the reason that you are like that, you couldn't finish doing your hair, so you're sad? Like if I stretched it out, is it absolutely true? Is it absolutely true? So I said, the thing is, and this is a yes or no question. So if you cannot 100% say yes, if you don't have the evidence to support this, then the answer is no, which is why she asked the question twice. So is it true? And then is it absolutely true? So the second time I said, is it absolutely true? Well, yes, I couldn't finish doing my hair. I couldn't finish doing my hair. That is absolutely true. But am I sad about that? Is something else going on? I don't like, I can't say for certain. So is it absolutely true? No, it's not absolutely true. So then the third question is, how is this belief affecting me? So I started to go through it. This belief is affecting me because, you know, I'm laying in bed, I'm all sad, I'm moping, and I'm next to my partner or my boyfriend, and I'm just like, I'm moping around, and I can't, I like, I'm having a stressful time even falling asleep because I'm just like so emotional. Like this is what this belief is doing to me in this moment, right? It feels heavy. It's just like, it feels like a dark cloud is over me. There's like shade. There's darkness. Right? I'm like, this is what this belief is doing to me. So then I go into the last question is, who would you be without this belief? Who would I be without this belief that I couldn't do my hair, so now I'm sad? Well, if I didn't have this belief, I would be laying here, I would be smiling, falling asleep, probably like visualizing the scene. I like to visualize as I'm falling asleep because it's the best time to visualize. So I'll be visualizing, I'll be falling asleep, I'll be feeling good. And there would just be an immense amount of peace here if I did not have this belief. So then that opens you. So then the last thing you do, those are the 4 questions. What'd you say? That was me yesterday, just feeling miserable, like low energy, yada, yada, yada. I took a step back to monitor my thoughts and then was able to change the whole outcome of my day. And I was so proud of myself. Yes, I love that for you, Tawana. I love that. I love that. So, yeah, I was like, okay, who would I be without this belief? And then I saw what I would be without the belief. So it's like, oh, then it's the belief, because there's nothing wrong in this moment. It's the belief. I can release it. So then what you do is that you reverse it. You go through the 4 questions and then you reverse it. So if the belief is, I couldn't do my hair, so now I'm sad. Now the new belief is, I could do my hair and I'm happy. And even if you don't believe it, that's okay. Like even if it's not true, that's not true. I couldn't do my hair. So and I don't feel happy in this moment. But it's just opening up that space within yourself to just see that it's a belief and it can be changed in this moment. So that's what I did, and I don't even know why I brought that up. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just got really excited to talk about the work. Oh, just about like all these tools that I have, and how just my life is just so different. Just better than I could have imagined. Like I couldn't have imagined this. I was visualizing and creating the scene for myself, but this right here, and just the simplicity of it, to just be so in love with the simplicity of it, to teach myself that it doesn't need to be anything other than this. It doesn't need to be anything other than this. This as it is right now, in this state, in this way, is absolutely perfect. And I don't just think that. And I don't just like feel that every now and then. That is a lived reality that I am in. And I want to bring you with me. I want to bring you with me. I want to guide you and show you the way and show you what's possible. Her name is Byron Katie. I wish I could type it. I can't. I don't know why I can't type on here. But it's Byron Katie. BYRON KATIE. Byron Katie. I'm reading her book right now. It's called 1,000 Names for Joy. 1,000 Names for Joy. And it's based off of the Tao Te Ching. Yes, that's it. And this 1,000 Names for Joy is based off of the Tao. And it is phenomenal. It is, when I tell you phenomenal, it is phenomenal. Highly recommend that book, 1,000 Names for Joy. My mentor just recommended it to me, actually. And it is absolutely phenomenal. But I do have to go. I'm going to go to the gym. And then I'm going to come home. I'm going to do my hair. I don't know what I'm going to do my hair, but I'm going to come home, do my hair, record a video. And I'm going to put on another dress. I bought like 4 dresses the other day. And I just feel so beautiful in my dresses. Because I've been literally wearing just like t-shirts and leggings all the time here. So I'm like, I like wearing dresses. It makes me feel like cutesy. So I have this blue dress. It's my boyfriend's favorite. I'm going to put that on. We're going to go on a river tour in Malacca, here in Malacca. And then we're going to eat dinner. It's like this Italian restaurant by the river. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm about to go to the gym, go get a nice workout in, come back home, shower, record a YouTube video, and then get ready to have a great day. I mean, it's already a great day. It started off as a great day, even though I was believing stories about myself that, were not serving me and that didn't make me feel good, but I was able to question in thoughts because I familiarized myself with success, and I know that this is what comes with it. I'm over the moon. I'm so thrilled and so excited. And I cannot wait to talk to you. Anybody that wants to join my offers, message me on Instagram. I'll also have links down below so you can just go ahead and purchase it. If you want to get the 11/11 one for Body Talk for the year, you have to purchase that one by Sunday too. So I'm pushing urgency on you guys. People usually do this in sales tactics because they make up some type of fake urgency because they want you to buy. It is a sales tactic, but my main value is integrity. I'm about integrity. So I am pushing the urgency sales tactic, but I'm doing it because I know how easy it is for you to change your mind, how easy it is for you to talk yourself out of what you want. So that is why I love urgency. No, this is the end. I'm about to get off of here. So yeah, that is why I do urgency. That is why I have deadlines. For the only reason why is because I don't want you to talk yourself out of the transformation that you are calling in. So you have until Sunday to take advantage of these offers, or they go back to regular pricing, and the offers go away. So I'm really excited to work with you and to change our lives hand by hand. Because as you change, I change, the world change, everything changes. Okay? So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much, friend Francisca. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys have a great day. Thank you, sis. Bye.